What's up, everybody? Saturday night, the 4th of October. How's everyone doing? I hope you're well. I'm hanging in there. It's a beautiful day. And we got a lot done today, so that's always good. And I forgot to set this, so hope y'all doing good today. Having a great weekend thus far. Mark, the guitar player, what's up, buddy? Don James said, at least he's second this time. There you go, man. Nothing wrong with that. Stardust. Jake in the house. What's up, Jake? Good to see you, brother. No. You're the second. You're just the second, not number two. You're the second. Remember that. Derail. How you doing, buddy? Happy Saturday to you. How's it going? Jake says the more you chat, the higher you rank. This is true. Al James said he'd be lurking. No problem. And Jake says also a super chat will put you at number one. That's true. I've seen it happen. Jake says Sooners won, Longhorns lost. Great thing. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't even see the OSU game. I didn't have to look, but I'm gonna look anyway. OSU football. I'm pretty sure they won. They were playing. They're on fire this year as usual. Yeah, 21-3. It's on right now. Minnesota. Yeah, it's not gonna. They're not gonna win. They can try, but we're in the third quarter. 21-3, Ohio State. That's what I'm talking about. Zach G, what's up, brother? Good to see you tonight. Derail said his day was good. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we had a nice one today, too. Very nice day. Except for the traffic. Traffic around here was just ridiculous today. I was like, where is all this traffic coming from, man? Getting overpopulated in this area. Kyle Billy, what's up, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Chris Liggett, yo, what's up, man? Derail said the Clemson Tigers won today. Yeah, it's a good day. Everyone's having a good college day, at least. Not too sure about tomorrow's NFL day. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Chris Arsenault, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well out there. Mark just said he just liked. That's what's up, man. You always got to like. If you already subscribed, make sure you hit the like. We'd appreciate it. I have zero plans here. I didn't have time to create a set list. I have no idea what we're doing. Actually, I'm probably going to just recreate Thursday's set list. Mostly. What was that? New 26? Okay. I do have a new song of the week. I got one. I got it done. Different. Something new. Something different. I didn't get a chance to put... I was going to put rhythm guitars on it. I didn't get a chance to do so. So that sucked. But hey, you know, we'll get it going. I got the purple guitars back in action. All the strings are nice and stretched out. I'm ready for another several weeks. We'll come back to the alternate guitars when these strings start to die. We'll see if you remember this one. little bit before this show. Let's see. Okay, I didn't do this one. I was gonna play this one tonight, but we changed it up. I am going to play this one next. So let's get that ready. I think I probably need to tune my guitar many times tonight, so bear with me. Let's see what we got. Jake says Florida has some of the fastest growing metros in the nation. I'm sure. Oh God, you do. I mean, I've been here for like 10 years, and I moved here from basically Altamont Springs in Central Florida, and that was getting crazy like 10 years ago. I was like, I got to get out of here. It's too much. And I moved down to this area, on the West Coast, and it was nice and chill. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then year by year, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point now it's just incredible. It's incredible. Like, man, there's too many people up in here. Too many people. Mark says, my dog. He said, Chris. Chris knows. Here comes the king. He said, if you want to hear that one, Chris, I got you, brother. I got you. There you go, Mark. Jake says, Rick testing out the new strings with him, right? Yeah, I got to, man. I got to. Yeah. I said, it took us like 30 minutes. I'm sitting here like, what is going on, man? And I need, I need to breathe. When I'm driving, I need some room. I need to breathe, man. I feel it. No worries, Jay. Mark said, he back. All right. Dylan in the house, what's up, buddy? He says, glad to see you. YouTube has been stubborn, won't notify me when you're live, despite clicking to be. Wow. That's weird. Yeah, I've heard issues with that, sadly. But I'm glad you're here, but it's good to see you. Ain't no doubt. Mark says he was really early. Where are you now? Is Brody on tonight? I thought Brody does on Saturdays. I can't remember. I thought he was on last night, but he wasn't. But I think he plays tonight. I don't know. All right, let me just check this tuning on this real quick. Oh yeah, that's already one song in. We're a little loose here. I thought I stretched these out enough. Oh my God. Man, I might have to crack open the locking tuners tonight. Alright, let's see if that sticks. Man. Okay, let's Kyle Billy say he got that Jackson. Nice, bro. Very nice, man. Definitely want to check it out. Zach says all the snowbirds are coming back. I don't know about that, man. Is it snowing upstate yet? I don't know. My mom lives in Ohio, and she says it's getting cooler, but it ain't definitely not that. Ray says your mic is extremely quiet as opposed to guitar music. Really? It's strange, buddy. Wait, Jake says, yeah, it's a little low. Huh. I swear to God, man. I test this every time. I literally test this. Let me turn up. Let's see if I can turn up a notch. Mike, let's go. I'll pump it up 2 dBs. Check. See if that works. Check 1, 2. Huh. I don't think I've changed anything. Is it any better right there? That's odd though. I don't change it every week. It's the same. Buenas noches, Rosana. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Now you got me tripping, man. Now I gotta like turn on the video myself and listen to this back. Buenas noches, Rosana. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Okay, I turned it up. That sounds better. Okay. Jake said it sounds better. I'm okay with that. Weird, man. Yeah, literally nothing changes. So. All right, anyway. Hopefully got that squared away. Let's see. Bill C says, hey, Rick and Stardust and Jake. Good to see you too, buddy. How you doing tonight, man? Hope you're doing all right out there. Okay. All right, let's get cooking on this next jam. Called Soundtrack, I think. man, maybe I'm not so warmed up. There were some mistakes in that, but I'm getting there. 11:16. Okay, I remember this one. This was a good one. Let's get that warmed up. And let's see what we got here. Ray says, I can hear you fine, but a big difference between your mic and yeah, of course, yeah. I can't have it too loud, but the music is the focal point. But hopefully, as long as you can hear my voice better, that's good to go. Dylan says, going to get some more painting practice soon. He got to paint my friend's hatch from a little Honda, and he's still down to paint a guitar. Nice, dude. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Bill sees, I'm so glad I found your live stream on time. That's awesome, Bill. We appreciate it, man. It's always nice to see some folks on a Saturday. Saturdays are probably, a pretty chill night for everybody. And if I had my drugs, I probably wouldn't even play it all. But I don't have anything else going on other than sitting on the couch. So for me, it's fun to do on Saturdays. And anyone else that shows up, I appreciate it. I really do. Oh yeah, Jake. Yeah. I think I told her about that. I don't remember. I might not have told her. I was really into Call of Duty yesterday. And I forgot a lot of stuff. But yeah, I remember you want the glass with the RR on both sides. Yeah, we got to put that together for you. And thank you, Jake. Appreciate that. Bill C says, is Rick not the best guitarist you ever heard? Damn, that man's about. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, bro. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Thank you, Chris. We getting there, man. We getting there. Keep checking this tuning, man. I might have to, like I said, I might have to break out my Allen wrench here and tune this up, man. I thought I had it nice and stretched. It's like a little flat here. Well, I can feel. I'm already running out of room on my micro tuners here. It's crazy. I let this thing stretch for like a week. There we go. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, we're going to slow it down with the ballad after this. And there you go. Donald says, some of us here all the time, like, it's the main thing to do. It's routine. There you go, buddy. I know. I feel it. And I try. Usually, when you're streaming, it's like kind of a chill time at my job. Most of the time, I'll jump on and hang, cause I like to hang out with jam and listen to people for sure. There's so much to listen to. Well, I appreciate y'all being here for sure. Saturdays always been pretty chill, which is good. And that's all I like. But mostly Saturdays I do all my videos tonight. I do all these songs and then I cut all those videos out. Oh no, Jake, you rock, brother. What's this? He drops Sue's head. He said, 2 reasons I'm having it. The Sooners won by 44 and the Longhorns lost by 9. I think my math's correct. Anyway, I'm paying it forward. October's Mountain Dew's on me. Thank you, Jake. That's awesome, buddy. That's too cool, man. I think your math is correct, my friend. Your math is probably as good as mine. We know how to add. Thank you, dude. That's amazing, bro. Appreciate that. I guess I will have to play Murder. I was going to play Murder Hornets for you. I guess I will. Let me play this ballad, and then we'll do Murder Hornets after that. I know you're going to enjoy that one. We're going to slow it down real quick. I get some more juice. Got to get some more blood flowing. Let's go. sir, for sure. I think I'm actually ready to do Murder Hornets. I could do it now. Probably gonna do it earlier. Let's see. This is Jam 5 on. All right, got it. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, listening to that. John Strachowski, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, and thank you, my friend, for being here. Thank you so much, brother. Hey, Belsino's gotta do the do. It's right, man. I always need it. I always stocking up on do. You never know. The sad news is I'm only running out of my special Mountain Dews. I got like one case of this Mountain Dew and one case of the Summer Freeze Mountain Dew. So they haven't put out any special Mountain Dews recently. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Jake says, sounds like I'll need to break out the horn spray. You know that's right. You know that's right. It's going to get wild and crazy in here. Jake says, beautiful song. I love the slower melodic. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll probably play another one in a little while. I don't think you heard the other one, the Live Forever song. I'll probably play a little bit. And yeah, Jake knows that. I have a song called Jam 5 Long, but Jake, he lovingly calls it Murder Hornets because Bill, you'll probably find out real quick why it sounds like a bunch of hornets flying at you. It's pretty fast. We'll get to that in just a moment for sure. But yeah, I started working on the new song of the week yesterday. I got like half of it done yesterday, and I did all the solo part today. Kyle says, nice shirt, Rick. I was drooling over the Mercedes-AMG GT. Oh man, that's a beautiful car too, yeah. But yeah, I was gonna wear my Hellraiser shirt because I was telling we're talking about Hellraiser on the Discord yesterday. But then Mercedes today in qualifying got on the pole position, so I was like, yeah, I gotta wear my Mercedes stuff because then this way I can tag Mercedes in my videos this week. Hopefully they never see it, but maybe one day they will. But yeah, the Mercedes-AMG GT is a smoking ride. It was like $400 grand though. It's pretty expensive. Donald James says, the Murder Hornets reminds me of that song called The Swarm by a band called Orange. How nice. That's a swarm. Yeah, it's definitely a swarm of something, man. When I get cooking on it, for sure. All right, sounds like we're still mostly in tune. So let's give this a shot. This one's for Jake. Brother, thank you so much again. Let's rock this one out for him. flip-flop apart in there, man. I totally forgot. Forgot where I was at. You know how Saturdays are for me, though. I get lethargic on Saturdays because we eat a lot of lunch, and it messes me up, man. And my brain just like doesn't function like it does on the weekday, but it came out all right, though. Still good. Well, thanks for hanging out about that. John says, would love to see you and Rob Rock. Oh, man, yeah, I'd love to do something with Rob again. I got some ideas, but yeah, it's just all about timing and trying to put it together. But yeah, Rob's amazing. I was listening to Eyes of Eternity CD, a couple songs today. I was like, man, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Rob's an amazing dude for sure. Still got the voice. There you go, Jake. He had the emoji festival happening there. And there you go. Lisa, how you doing, Lisa? Good to see you tonight. John also says, would love to see you and Travis Willis. Oh, yeah. I've been talking to Travis, too, on Facebook. He's a really, really cool dude, man. He's got a great voice, too. Yeah, he's doing great with Crimson. Yeah, I'd love to do something with him as well. There's a lot of singers I could probably do something with, but then I got to get the tunes together and lyrics, perhaps. But yeah, I think Travis is cool, man. He can definitely, he would definitely be into it for sure. And we're trying to have him do something. Me and one of my best friends, Rich, we're working on a few things, and Travis might be involved in it. So we shall see. Bill, thanks, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat there, man. I truly appreciate that, my friend. Jake says the fret jumping trills is what sounds like the horn style. There you go. The tapping is me crying as I get stung, right? Yeah, that one's crazy. Those I oiled the neck, so this neck is a little snippy until it's not. No problem, Lisa. Thanks, Bill. Metal Mark says, this stream sponsored by Mercedes, Mountain Dew, and Jaguar. Don't I wish, man. Don't I wish. John knows. That's a killer. So yeah, that's a good one. John knows. He's an amazing person, Christian, man. Yeah, Rob's been a Christian for a long, long time. Actually not, Mark. No, Rob Rock is his real name. His real name, Robert Allen Rock. It's his given name. I promise you that. No stage name. That's the real deal. But yeah, it's always been that way. Pretty cool. And talk about a rockin' name. But I was cracked up because there was like Bobby Rock, Rob Rock, Robin Brock. There was a bunch of like, I didn't know there was Bob Rock as well. You know, the producer. It's too funny, man. Too funny. Let's see. What we do that? Let's see what we got, man. Let me see what else we got cooking here. I got a lot of tunes to play. I'm probably gonna switch it up a little bit, do some different stuff. I had this one written down, did I? I had this one written down, so we'll do this one. It's been a minute. All right, we're still tuned up. Oh, you know, I forgot to do, man. I'll put this shirt up. I've been trying to do this. I just put every night I'm just putting one shirt up instead of trying to like switch them out and stuff. So we'll put this up. We're going to do Throne of Obsidian next. It's been a minute since I played this one. I don't think I played it all week. I tried to play it all week once this week, but I never got to it. All right, let's get that Throne of Obsidian up in here. Yes, I like playing that one. That's a fun song to play. I like it. Hope you enjoyed the tune. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I truly, truly appreciate that. Let's see. John said he written over 400 songs these past few decades. Nice. He'd love to share my vocal takes with you, but I don't know how. Oh, okay. I mean, do you have like a SoundCloud or any stuff on YouTube? It's always the best place, you know, to put it up online somewhere. Or a Google Drive. You could have a Google Drive and shoot an email or to us or anything. Man. It's all good. Jay Cohen says, grab you some Rick Renstrom merch. That's what's up. Thank you, brother. Jake said, lurk away, my friend, lurk away. I know. Let's see. Donald James says, don't forget about there's Chub Rock. Was there Chub Rock? Was he? That sounded like a rapper name, honestly. No doubt, no doubt. Thank you. John says he got a song called Hunger for Humanity. When will the blind man see the hatred is talking overall? How long can we live in chains? Something seems to never change, and surely we head for a fall. I feel that, man. Those are some cool, crazy titles, man. Jake said he always loved that one. Thank you, Jake. That's a fun one for me to play there. I enjoy playing that. It's come together. That tune's definitely come together in all the right places, thankfully. Mel Mark said you might have heard some Bach in that one, probably, man. But between Bach and Mozart, I'm very heavily influenced by those two when it comes to my classical writing and things like that. Bach is the master of the counterpoint style, and I use that quite often. And Mozart's more of the flamboyant, technical master. It's always fun. I like to mix the two. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. What else I got on this list? I don't think we did that one. 927. Wait, oh, that's that new one. Might as well play that one. I'm trying to play a lot of new stuff. Newer stuff. What was 927? I think it's this one. I think I only played this one once. I don't know if Jake heard this one. Were you here last Sunday, Jake? I don't remember if you heard this one. That's a brand new one last week. Let me check the tuning on this guitar though, real quick. Alright, a little better. Oh, come on, man. Alright, not too shabby here. Maybe Jake was here last Sunday. I don't remember. Trying to find some new stuff. Trying to figure out the stuff that Jake hadn't heard, because there's a lot, most likely. Let's see. Thanks, John. I appreciate that, my man. Don says, do you ever make additions to some of your newer songs, or are they basically set in stone? Yeah, like the song from last week, when I played it back, and I was like, man, it's just missing so much stuff. I did go back and add more layers of stuff and add some more counter melodies and things like that in the background. So yeah, for sure. I'll go back and add a few bits and bobs to them for sure. Jake said he wasn't here on Sunday. Okay, good. We'll play this one. I think this one's called Sacred. Yeah, this one's pretty wild, man. I don't think I played it with this guitar actually. Let's give it a try. crazy. That song goes crazy, that's for sure. I enjoy that one very much. That's last week's song of the week. Pretty wild. That's a good one right there. That's a good one right there. Thanks for listening to it. I appreciate you hanging out there listening with me. Let's see. All right, we're cooking now. We're cooking now for sure. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Juji in the house. Juji, how was the wrestling tonight? Good to see you here. Reference frame, thanks, brother. Great to see you too. You're welcome, Bill. John says, I wonder if there's a way through Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, buddy. You can hit me up there. That's not a problem. You can do that. Jake says, beautiful song, right? Love those descending runs you threw in there. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's a good one right there. Oh, Judy said, you don't have to be sorry, Judy. I hope you had fun. You knew we'd be here. You knew we'd be here. But she said she wasn't the one wrestling. There you go. It's all good. It's good to see you. Don says he's going to make some clips out of some of those apps. Oh, yeah, that's right. He said, I have Ingve playing a few songs. Forgot which one. Nice, dude. Yeah, I actually saw somebody posted some videos. It came up on my timeline at that. I forgot about that. I forgot that you went to that, man. Yeah, how was that? It looked like it was pretty good. I saw a couple of videos. They were short ones, probably 60 seconds long or something like that, but sounded good, man. He was tearing it up for sure. Ingve might be 60-something years old, but he still got it, man. He still got it. There you go, Bill. Lisa, thank you. Juji, there you go. We love hanging out with you. Love have you hang out with us. John got some more originals. Have you ever cried alone in your sleep? Have you ever tried but kept on falling? Have you ever lied and smiled when you're unhappy? That's a nice one. Those are some nice lyrics, buddy. Jake says, wow, dude, you need to add that one to rotation. I've been trying, yeah. It's a longer song. It's almost like over 6 minutes, I think. I went a little, I got a little, selfish, I think. I was like, I'm going to add a few more progressions on the end of this thing. For it being like 6 minutes long, it doesn't feel like 6 minutes. I could kept going. Reference frame, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Judy says she can't wait to see those clips too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah, Ingve hasn't come around here in a long time, man. I thought that not that I'd go see him probably. He'd probably be in a seedy a dirty club or something. But I like watching the videos at least. Juji, thank you so much. I feel good tonight. Our lunch was perfect. We had a nice day, other than the traffic, which we spoke of earlier. But we made it home safely. We made it there and home safely to all the places we needed to go today. Thank you so much, Bill. Appreciate that, brother. So maybe we'll do Jake Never Heard Live Forever. Probably toss that into the mix here. It's already 9:55. Can you believe it? This is how fast time flies. I think it's this one here. Sound like we're still in tune. I'll see if I remember this one. called Live Forever right there. Man, that's a power ballad if you want to say that. That's a cool song, though. I really enjoy that one. I really do. I broke the mold when I wrote that one there. But anyway. Cowboy says, Rick, your setup is good for Halloween. Just needs a pumpkin. There you go, man. I know, right? We're not sure what we're going to do this year for Halloween. Last year I did something weird. I was like, had some makeup on and some crazy top hat. I don't remember. I think it was last year. Let's see. She said, "Oh, do we? Oh, we always have our Culver's hamburgers on Saturday. That's they can't. If you never had a Culver's or been to Culver's, they never miss. Like they've rarely, maybe one time they forgot my French fries once, but man, they've always hit every week. They always hit perfectly." Judy said this young wrestler was losing his pants during the match. And finally, at the end, he got pinned down with a bad guy pulling his pants. And man, that's a good one. Jake's feeling. He said, "Dan, this is super melodic Saturday. I could get used to this." There you go, buddy. There you go. Donald James said you couldn't find the key of that song. I think it's just F minor, my friend. Yeah, I believe so. G minor. Yeah, F minor on that one. Indeed. It's always weird for me because I have to think of like, okay, it's G for me, but it's since I'm tuned down, it would be F minor on a standard card. But if you're tuned down, G. If you're tuned normally, F. John says, can you sometimes play Black Star by Yngwie? Oh, yeah, I know that one. Coast to Coast, I don't know that one. But yeah, I can throw down some Yngwie tonight. Do a quick one there. All right, let me see. Let me do two more songs. Let me think of one more here. I was going to play. I think it was this 022. I haven't played this in a while either. And we'll play this one, then the song of the week. Then we'll switch over to the acoustic. All right, if you're playing along, Donald, this one's in. If you're tuned down, I don't remember. Are you tuned down, or are you just standard, or E flat, or what? Let me know, so I remember next time. If I remember next time, I'll throw it out there for you. But if you're tuned down like me, this is gonna be E minor. If you're tuned like me, then it's F sharp. Depending on what your tuning is. Standard tuning, E minor. My tuning, F sharp. Let's get that going. All right, where's my play button? There we go. Let's see if I remember this. the ending. There you go. That's a cool song. I thought that's from February. I wrote that one. That's crazy old at this rate. That's a cool one there. I like the solo section there. It reminds me of something like Dream Theater would do. Very, very similar. Let's see. All right, let's try this new song here. We'll get that queued up. Check these comments real quick. Oh, let's see. Todd Z now says, good evening. I'm ignorant to not remember the song. Just can't remember it. I think it's called Navolde. It says, oh man. Let me think. Navolde. Huh. I'm not sure what that one is. I have to think about it. If you can give me a clue what it kind of sounds like. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of my songs have just dates as titles because except so many songs, it's hard for me to just make a title. I can write the song like crazy, but I can't write the title. John says, anything David Chastain. Buddy, have you checked out my David Chastain tribute video on YouTube here? I'm going to pop that up for you, brother. I did a cover of The Wicked Are Restless with some friends of mine, some old, some new. That's a classic jam. Where is that one? That was a long time ago. That was back in December of 2023. Chastain, The Wicked Are Reckless song cover. Man, let me get that link for you, brother. If it'll let me. I'll copy this for you, brother. Man, YouTube be tripping right now. Alright, we'll copy that. This link here for John. Anyone else interested, of course. This is a Chastain tribute cover we did. John said that last song gave him some Tab Morose vibe. There you go, man. I never even heard those guys. I've heard of their name, but I've never heard their music. Jake said, holy 30 notes per second. That's all. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Judy said, I'm watching you do the things, but I can't believe what I'm hearing. Thank you. That's awesome. Donald James said, you're way warmed up now. Yeah, we're feeling it now. It was a slow start, but we picked it up. I've heard Wings of Steel, John. It was cool, but yeah, it was just sounded like, unfortunately, just to me, it was just rehashed stuff. You know, it wasn't any. It was impressive. It was nice sounding. It was metal's back type of vibe, but for me, wasn't anything new in my opinion. But it was good. The guys are good. I can't deny that they're talented. That's for sure. And they're drawing some crowds, man. Crow in the house. What's up, brother? I'm doing good. How about you, man? I don't think we see Crow all week, but I hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope it's been a good week for you. Yeah, Jake says a special shout out to them channel members. Crow in the house. Absolutely. John said he saw it and shared it. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I knew some Chastain. I don't know any off the top of my head. I can't remember that one, basically. A lot of stuff, I don't do covers very often, and some stuff I remember, and I got some cover solos of things that I played when I was a young kid that still remember. Well, yeah, and I never played any Chastain in a band. I did get to see Chastain in Cincinnati once back in about '89. It was pretty nice. CJ now says, oh man, he's late. No worries, buddy. Forgot you were streaming. No problem, brother. Always remember, every stream is replayable. I've had every stream up for 2.5 years now. So if there's anyone you want to watch, it's there. But I thank you for hanging out with us tonight, brother. It's good to see you. Jake said, always use up as 35-3 heading into the fourth. Yeah, it's done deal. Done deal. That's for sure. That's for sure. Donald James knows members only get them perks, man. I do need to hit up the members only page a little more. I've been really bad. This month has been really slow. It's been a lot of work. Like my job's been busy, but the YouTube side's been slow, and I just haven't had time to even go through comments or think of stuff to put up there. So I'll have to throw some stuff. There you go. That's what's up, Don. Only Donald and I can hope tomorrow the Raiders do as well as the Buckeyes are doing right now. That'd be lovely. And I did. I wore my OSU shirt out on the town today. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, one last tuning of this guitar, and let's hope, and we'll get through this song. We'll do that Black Star too, or most of it. You gotta watch out though, Yngwie, man. I was watching this kid. I talked about it earlier this week. I was watching this kid named Daniel. He's a guitar player, and he's like really into Yngwie. He's a young 18 or so, 17, 18. And he was doing, I think he was doing As Above, So Below by Yngwie. And a thing popped up on his chat and said, "We detect you're playing copyrighted material. If you continue to play this, we will shut down your live." I'm like, whoa, man. I was like, I never seen that before, but then again, that's why I don't do cover songs. What was that? That was a cool song that he did. Maybe he was doing Ships Are Burned. I can't remember. That's a cool song though, though. But yeah. Well, you gotta watch out playing covers on YouTube, man. That is for dang sure, man. You don't want to mess with it. CJ, my main job, I work for a very, very large corporation in the United States here. I'm a network engineer, and it's very, very brain-consuming stuff. I troubleshoot from 9 hours a day of troubleshooting, man. Some of the craziest stuff. John said the greatest song is Angel of Mercy, Leather Leone is the Queen. Oh, yeah. I tried to get Leather I actually tried to get Leather to do a guest. I just said, just sing a couple lines for me, and I'll make it work from there. But she never responded. But she did see the video, and she put a comment on the video, which was amazing. And David himself did. David actually helped out, and he did put some money in for promotion. He had the video promoted through some company, Devastation Metal promotion company, and so it's up to like 4,000 views, which is amazing. Very cool of him. He's a very cool dude. I've been friends with him on Facebook for a long, long time. Donald said the Colts seem to be a good team, yeah, but the Raiders also seem to play better on the road. It's true, and Gino knows what he did wrong. He knows what he did wrong. He said it in the press, man. He knows what he did wrong. So hopefully, he chills it out. Just hand the ball to Genty for a little bit. And if you can't throw the ball to the receiver, don't throw it at all, man. Do something else with it. Don't be tossing them picks off, man. John said you get copyright all the time, but his channel's not monetized. Yeah, if you're not monetized, you never had too much problem. As soon as you're monetized. Actually, that kid's not monetized either, and that popped up. I was very surprised that popped up. But Yngwie might have some extra. Yngwie's taken down several channels, and almost taken down a couple before they were able to sneak it away. So you gotta watch out with Yngwie. Yngwie specifically. The Eagles is another one that's pretty bad. You gotta watch it. Jake says Rick's main job is shredding my face off. He's very good at it, yes. I wish guitar was my all-day job. It'd be nice. One day, maybe. One day. We try. John said David's the greatest guitarist ever born since. That's just true, man. That's very true. Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Like I said, I saw him. I think it was '89. Me and some friends drove down to Cincinnati and saw him at Bogart's, which is pretty much was his like home club. Man, it was amazing. It was amazing. They played all the hits too. That's some good stuff right there. All right, let's see if I remember this here. I don't know. This could be weird. I don't remember, man. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. We're gonna play it and see what happens. See what you think of it. I've been on the harpsichord club trip, so it's got some harpsichord stuff in it. Let's give it a shot. See what it does. I did make an acoustic version of this one too, so be ready. Song of the week. Don't know what that's called, but that's something. That's something. I really like the key change in the soul. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's see what we got though. Lisa put up Stardust. She says Stardust needs subscribers, so check it out. Absolutely, absolutely. And don't forget, Juji's got a channel too. Juji's been popping up all kinds of videos lately too. So that's awesome to see. I keep forgetting. I need to try one of Juji's tracks. Juji, is there a track that you think Rick could play something? Like do you have an instrumental track that you say Rick could play over? Do you have one? If you do, let me know. Jake said his channel's nothing. Lisa finally passed 500 subscribers. That's what's up. Jake says, I have 42 subs for no reason. It happens sometimes. John got some more lyrics. He said, out on the open sea, out in the open air. These are home to me. I've always lived my dream. I never cared about what my life was supposed to be. That's nice, dude. That's very nice, dude. Jake said he should upload himself trying to play speeder just for laughs. There you go. Give it a shot. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jake. Juju's feeling it. Appreciate that. Don say that key change is significant. It pops out. Yeah, that's a crazy one. It goes from, well, in my case, it's B minor to D minor. That's not your typical change. I was like, because otherwise it should have been B minor to E minor. But I was like, man, that doesn't. I don't like the sound of that. It doesn't. It's just too typical, you know. So I was like, let me change it to B to D, so it gives a little pop, like you said. Tyler said, that's an absolutely beautiful song. Great job on it. Thank you, buddy. He said, very nice. Sounded romantic and loving. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that very much. Where's Juji? There was one track I heard Juji on her when she did her live video. I was like, man, I could play over that. I don't remember which one it was, though. But Juji's been popping them off. Like a song a day, practically. She got, oh, is Tsunami of Blood's on here? How's this sound? I could try it. Oh, it's not getting it. Oh. Let me know if you heard that. I didn't have it set right. Let's see. I know, Crow. That's right, man. John popping off some crazy stuff. Can you hear it, Juji? John said, "What? That was my track. That was Blood Tsunami. Remember? Or no, Tsunami of Blood. Remember, you guys were talking about Tsunami, Blood Tsunami. I was like, I'm gonna make Tsunami of Blood, and that's the one I made. And Judy said, "Can I post that? I go for it." But if you got another one, Juji, let me know. I meant to do that. Jake said Juji went live. When was this? That was a couple weeks ago. She had a launch party of like a bunch of her songs that she's been doing. That's very cool. It's very nice. She did a great job too of video editing and stuff. It worked out. It was real nice looking. Well, let me know if there's something you got, Juji. Any song on your channel, let me know what it is. And that you said, I want to know what Rick would sound like on that. Let me hear. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, I could do Tsunami of Blood, the one I made up. Yeah, I was messing around. They were talking about this song on Donald's chat one day, and I was like, and this new thing came out. It's called Producer.ai, and I was like, all right. So I started messing with the one. Yeah, Juji got tons. Oh, you're welcome, Juji. I thought I said I would play one, and I keep forgetting. But tonight would be a good night. You pick the song. You pick the song, and I'll play over it. I don't care what it is. Jake said, "Guess how much?" You weren't around, bro. You weren't here to know. It's all good, man. There was a lot of people. There was like 10 or 12 people hanging out. We had a good time. It was also at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, or 6 p.m. if I recall. I was still at work, but I snuck it in. Dang it. I'll pop one off here. I'll play while you think about it, I'll play a couple lines of Black Star. I'm not gonna play the whole song. I'll play a couple lines of it while we're waiting. You tell me which song. Let me turn off this audio capture though. Pretty much over after that. Pretty much just shredding after that. But anyway, let's see if we got anything here. Remember, I can't play the whole thing. I'm not playing the whole thing. All right, Judy says she loves that Embrace song. All right, Embrace. Let's find Embrace. Embrace. Maybe I can search. We can search your channel. EMBRACE. Embrace. Lovers, we got a couple, Juji. We got Lovers Embrace, and we got the Eternal Embrace, and we also have Knight's Embrace. We gotta narrow that down now. Not too shabby though, not too shabby. We'll narrow it down for me. Oh shoot, at least wants to hear Speeder. Okay. Judy says with the Fire and Werewolves. Now, okay, with the Fire and Werewolves is it? You got it. Yeah, let's see. I'll type in fire. How about that? Fire. I got Ride the Flames. I got In the Wreckage, Legacy, The Fight, Lies in the Wrath. I don't see a Werewolves one here. I got Wanderers, Breaker. Huh? I don't see a fire. I don't see a Werewolves one here. I got them on your channel. I promise you that. Let's see. John says, "Have you ever heard the Eternal Idol?" Yeah, oh yeah, I love it. I love that album. I especially love the version with Ray Gillen. The demos are amazing. But yeah, what's that one too? The Shining's my favorite song. To the shining. If I could do a cover, that I would get Dino Jalusic to sing on it. It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. Donald James says Yngwie played that. Yngwie always plays that one. He plays that Black Star and Far Beyond the Sun every night. Every time he plays. You're welcome, John. No problem, buddy. No problem. Thanks, Lisa. ZZ said that's better than the Yngwie version. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. John said he wanted a pick, but it didn't really fly to him. I feel you, man. Z says that's slightly lower than stock. The track? I don't know. I built the track myself. I did all the drums, the keyboards and stuff. But it's in... Well, because Yngwie is a half step down, but I put it in E minor. I think I did. So it might be a little bit different key. Crow, thanks, brother. CJ says, that's proper mustard. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Don saying that was sick. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Let's see. John said, I love to submit my songs for your consideration. I don't want any acknowledgement. Just want to hear you play them. I feel it, buddy. I can see what I can do, man. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't write vocal tracks. So that's my only big deal. Or have songs. But you never know. If I see something I like, I could probably make something out of it. We'll see, buddy. But yeah, hit me up on that Facebook. It's all right, Juji. I got it. I popped it up here. Embrace 2. Got it. Okay. We'll give it a swing. John knows. Rise up. That's what's up. Kenneth Young announced. He says the Great Pacific Northwest is craving some guitar picks from the American Icon National Treasure. That'd be you. Thanks, Kenneth. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, brother. Juji says, not all my songs can touch what you do, Rick. No worries. He said, but Embrace has been one I continue listening to. Okay. Is it all instrumental? It's a long song, that's for sure. Let's see. I'll have to figure out what key it is. All right, so we're going to play this song. This is one of Juji's songs here. Let's do that. I'm going to turn this microphone off so this doesn't bleed out. Let's see. Why is that there? Droid cam. Hang on 1 second. That's odd. Okay. Turn that on. And we'll turn this up. Yes, thank you. I suck. I'm stupid. I forgot I had to mute that. Anyway, I'm going to go back and read these comments. Again, I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. It's great to have Stardust that is in yelling distance. Anyway, I'm going to read those comments again because I was muted. John said he writes everything, lyrics, vocals, and rhythms. That's awesome, dude. And Juji said this will probably sound like laying caviar on top of PJ. No, it was interesting. I think a little, I wish you could take all those tracks and then, edit them after the fact. That there's, you could fix some things. But yeah, it was pretty wild though. I ain't gonna lie. Serial Flute was feeling that. What's up, Serial? Good to see you, brother. He said that was sick. Thanks, man. That's Juji song right there. That's Juji. There you go, Juji. She's feeling it. Dean, what's up, brother? Good to see you, and thank you, buddy. Thank you, Lisa. That was fun. Jake said, what's this? I said, that's Juji's song right there. Serial said that was dirty. I feel it, man. And Donald said he can't get the timing, but someone like you, Rick, might be able to figure out. It was difficult. It was difficult. Juji, I'm sorry, Tazi said that's a banger. Nice heavy music, dark and beautiful, mysterious. Yeah, Juji. If y'all ain't subscribed to Juji, get up and subscribe. Juji got all kinds of crazy tunes up on there. That was wild. That was wild to play. Jake said, what song is this called? What's that called? She said it was called Embrace 2. Embrace 2. Juji was having an eargasm. I feel it. Crow thought that was sick. Nice, dude. Yeah. Juji got it going on over there. Don said he recognized this as Juji track. I would take this track and negate the lead guitar from it. That's true. I would probably fix if I had my chance, or if I could fix, I would update the structure of it as far as like how things change in the time. I think AI kind of has some timing issues, but I mean, for what it's worth, yeah, that was wild. I thought it was very good, very, very cool. Had some cool idea, cool parts and stuff in it for sure. But yeah, for the first time ever hearing it and trying to play over it, yeah, it was wild. That was wild. Let's see, yeah. Mic's off. Yeah, I know. I'm stupid. I'm getting to the mic's off parts of the chat now. My man from Russia, hello, buddy. Spasibo. There you go, Crow. That was a excellent choice. Yeah, Siri, you got that. I was getting Meshuggah vibes too, because like, that was wild, dude. That was wild. Yeah, I like it. Stardust, yell at Rick. She did. Oh man. Yeah, I had to mute my microphone because I was doing the audio out, so I didn't want to get the speaker sound in my microphone on that one. But that's what because I was excited after playing it. I wanted to get back and start talking about it. Then I'm like, oh shoot. You'd think I'd notice because I can hear the sound coming out of the speaker sometimes. Don says the timing throws me off on that track. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, if I gave it a couple more tries and sat down and really figured it out, yeah, I could probably get parts better. But yeah, it was hard to figure out some of those timings. Trying to get it right at least, but I think it's all right. I'll have to listen back. I think I messed. There was a couple key changes I blew out of it though. Reference Frame said, that's a great song, Juji. There you go, Juji. You got some new fans tonight. John James says, Juji's channel is great for backing tracks. Trust me, plenty of variety, yeah. I was hoping she'd pick me like a nice ballad or something. That was a challenge. There's a challenge to that. Absolutely. Absolutely, Judy. It was awesome to hear you try it. Mind blown. Thank you. You're welcome. I had fun. We'll try it again another time too. Give me something easier next time. Give me something chill. No, it's all good. John knows no excuses. We all aren't perfect. It's true. I I'm a perfectionist though. I know I'm not perfect, but I'm a perfectionist, man. That's what's up. All right, I guess we got, man, it's like 10:48. Time be flying. We better whip out this acoustic real quick. At least get one up in here. All right, let me start muting some stuff here so you don't hear a bunch of noise. I don't think this guitar could take another song anyway, the tuning. I just stretch out these tracks, strings a few more bits. All right, we'll get that chord there. Put this guitar over here. It's my favorite. Oh man, I'm running out of room in this. This room is running out of room. How about that? Seriously, I've got so much stuff in here now, man. I literally have like 6, 7, 8 guitars just sitting here. I'll tell you what, Juji, do you have a ballady song with no lyrics on it? Or instrumental? I could play acoustic over it. How about that? We try another one of Juji's song on acoustic. If she got one, chill. I can't play that one. I can't play that last song on acoustic. That's for sure. That would be rough. That would be rough. Extremely rough. Let's see. I do have an acoustic version of the new song we just did, so the other new song that is. We'll get that queued up there. Let's see. All right, let's see. Jake said, Rick's on the nylon now. Cyril was feeling that track. That's awesome. But yeah, make sure you go subscribe to Juji's channel. That was called Embrace 2. That was ripping. Don says, see, great idea. Absolutely. John said he wrote dozens of acoustic songs. Hopefully connect. I try, buddy. My days are pretty packed, and I will see what I can do. I had another guy ask me to do some tune. But I've got some stuff in my... all right, here, Juji's got a track for us here. All right, we'll pause that one. We'll do this new one, and then we'll end with that one. But yeah, John, I'll see what I can do. But yeah, another guy, he wanted me to, he gave me some lyrics, wanted me to write some tune. I put some stuff together for him just because it was about his daughter. But yeah, as far as it goes, man, my days are packed, dude. I get up at 10:30. I'm home at 9, after 9. Then I do live streaming every night. So if I find the time, buddy, I will definitely check it out for you, buddy. Jake said he loved the tone of that. Oh, that's a nice one, man. Sirius says atmosphere on days on that tone. I know, right? CJ says, when did he change guitars? I just changed it right now. It was 10 seconds ago. All right, Juji got the departure. I got it. Oh, no, man. CJ said his friend was being dumb and messed it up. I want to crank off a couple acoustical jams here. We're going to do my new song of the week. If I remember how to play it already, I don't. All right, B minor and D minor. All right, we'll give it a swing here. All right, let's see. Let me have to do two things. I got to turn off this microphone. All right, I'm going to remember to see, because what happens if I have my mic on, we get like feedback and stuff for some weird reason. So I will promise to turn the mic back on after this. I promise. back on after that one. That's pretty wild. It's hard. It's hard. It was a little difficult sometimes. This track is actually lower. Probably need to crank that up for future tries. But not bad. I lost my place after the solo because it was so low. Oh, he tried. Not bad, not bad. The electric version was pretty smoking. That's for sure. That's for sure. Hope you enjoyed it though. The acoustic version of the new song. Jake said, Rick gonna make me cry right now. Juji said, love the now. Rick is so dang clean. Thank you so much. You're like under a super microscope with these things. And I do hit a few clinky notes or whatever. But it happens. CJ said he would change the strings on his classic, but I saw you gotta tie them down. That's a big hell no for me. I know. Yeah, I'm afraid. They do. Yeah, these ones actually have ball ends on them, which is kind of cool. So there are ones that have ball ends on them. Just you gotta look for them. I forgot which ones they are. My dude at Sweetwater told me he's like, oh, you need these kinds. I was like, okay, cool. Send me a pack. That's all. Jake says, stop it, Rick. I'm feeling emotions. I feel it. Crow's feeling that one there. Thank you, Juji. Crow said, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I feel it. Mel Mark says, Rick, what do you think of Bing Bay's Icarus Dream Suite Opus 4? Oh, it's a classic, dude. Yeah, anything prior to the Rising Force album Yngwie was fire. Everything he did was just fire, man. It's great. Some of the best stuff he ever did, man. Like everything he did was like just gold at that time. And that trilogy record was no slouch, that's for sure. Kyle says, finally I can see that beautiful acoustic. There you go, buddy. He says, try to slide. I know. All right, I think we got it covered. All right, let me listen to Juji's track real quick. Let me just get it. All right, I think I got it. All right, looking like F sharp minor for me. Okay. All right, let's give it a go. This one is another Juji song. It's called The Departed. So let's give it a shot. Let me turn on this. I gotta turn off the mic and I gotta turn on this thingy. And I'll turn off the mic. Okay. GG jam right there. That's pretty cool. I like that. I was a little taken aback by the insane guitar solo. That freaked me out. Not too shabby though, not too bad. Craziness though, craziness. Anyway. CJ's getting comfortable in them vibes. Yeah, that was very nice, man. Thanks, CJ. Mustafa, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. CJ's, oops, I forgot to turn my guitar off. 1 second. All right, guitar's off. Okay. CJ said, that was kind of lush. It was. And thank you, Juji. CJ felt that was like a bamboo forest. So what kind of Confucius BS am I yapping about right now? I feel it. That's nice. It was nice. It was very, I like the chord progressions. It was very nice. Like I said, I was a little taken aback by the ripping guitar solo at the beginning. I was like, please don't come back. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. There you go, Jay. That's what I'm talking about, man. If you got it, we'll do something. We'll do something. Judy said, I've died and gone to Nile Heaven. There you go. There you go. Jake said he loved the string instrument. That's very nice in that. Yeah, it's very nice. Mustafa, thanks, buddy. Judy said off the cuffs, too. I can't believe I'm hearing it. Thanks, bro. Yeah, you throw me some chords, man. You throw me some chords. I got it covered, man. I can do it. Like I said, that first song was weird. That was wild to play over. It was weird to play over. I started figuring it out, but man, I was like, I don't know. Excuse me. Anyway, there you go, Juji. Juji is feeling that one there. Don says a musician just knows what to do. True that, man. That's what I say when people say, hey, man, you wanna do a collab? Say, hey, you got a guitar solo, I'll throw a guitar solo. That's one of my favorite things to do is just write guitar solos. That's what I like to do the most. Just throw me the part, and I'll love to play over it. Be happy to play over stuff like that. Mel Mark says, I heard the acoustic guitar playing reveals mistakes more than electric guitar. And a violin more than an acoustic. Absolutely, dude. Like I just said earlier, playing on a acoustic guitar, it's like playing under a microscope. It's even more, it's like, is there something better than a microscope? Because yeah, like when you're in the studio, say for instance, when I'm recording in the studio, they got mics on everything, and every little note comes through. And you're in a pretty decent microscope when you're in the studio. But when you put on a nylon string or a steel string guitar, everything matters, and you can hear every little tiny mistake, any little bobble. It's rough, man. You really got to be on your game playing an acoustic guitar in the studio or live or whatever. Because yeah, one false move, man, everyone will know. It's hard to cover up on electric guitar. I make a lot of mistakes. Y'all don't know because I cover it up so well. But yeah, that's what's. But on here, it's hard to cover it up. Donald said, people around the world need to hear this. I'll check it out. I'll listen to that one again, and I could probably, I wonder if Juji does UDO. Can you download MIDI tracks by chance? Like, does it allow you to do MIDI tracks, like a export of MIDI by chance? Let me know, because I'll take that song and I'll put the spin on it, you know? I put the real spin on it. And then we can make it our own track. We'll copyright it under our own names. And no one will know. No one will know. CJ says, dang, bro, I gotta put you up there with Bughead. For me, genuinely the best improv I heard. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Buckethead's a legend, man. If I can get up in that part of the sky, that's amazing. I appreciate you, CJ. I really do, man. Reference Frame says so much talent from the both of you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Donald James says you can take the solo out of the track, don't keep the rest of it. That's true. That was freaky, man. I was like, I felt like I was competing with this other guitar. I was like, I don't have electric guitar, bro. Dang, man, dang. Absolutely, Juji. Rick, I'm sorry, Metal Mark says, Rick, do you know Death Angel's A Room With You? I've heard it before. I've never learned it, no. I've heard it before, yeah. Kyle said, it's nice listening to the outside acoustic. Acoustic is everyone's friend. Yeah, it's true, man. You got yourself an acoustic out of party or something, man. People will go crazy with it. Oh, thank you, G. CJ felt all that was peak. Thanks, buddy. Said the improv and the backing track. That's what's up, man. Donald James said that's what Andy did for Chuck. Do some killer guitar leads. Yeah. I'm like, I mean, there's the 3 albums that I'm on. I helped record and produce. My solo album, Leash Law, and War of Thrones. Those are the 3 that I did. I'm on 8 more albums on top of that, and I did the solos for just guest solos and stuff. So I love doing that stuff, man. And people be like, hey, can you put a solo on my... Sure, man. Send it to me. Got you, man. Got you. Thanks, Bill. It's good to see you too, buddy. Thank you, G. Donald James said, that was so good. I'm still in awe. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Judy says no, but feel free to alter how you see fit. I'll have to listen to it again and see. It'd be nice if you could get those MIDI files, but it didn't sound like it was too crazy progression-wise. How do I click that thing? I'll save it for later. I'll bookmark it and I'll listen to it sometime this week or whatever. All right, there you go. All right, let's see. Oh, I'll scroll back down. Jake said he was getting a Disarmed by Smashing Pumpkins feel from that backtrack. That's nice, man. I don't remember hearing that one. I probably heard it before. Thank you, Juji. Appreciate that. Thank you, Bill. Mama Schrader now saying hi. Real fast, not many mods in Brody stream. I feel that. No worries. Hope he's having a good night, though. If he's still going, is he going for much longer, Mama? Because we'll shoot everyone over there. Let me see. Brody live session. All right, we'll send everyone over there. Nah, no trolls, Mama. No trolls on Saturdays. Trolls don't even know what's going on with the horizontal streams. No, they don't ever know, which is nice. But tomorrow, when we're back on the vertical, that'll be another story. We'll see. There you go, Bill. Yep, Stardust knows. Troll-free night. Yeah. Mama, when you do horizontal like this, it's bring your own crowd. Bring your own crowd. And if you get some stragglers somehow, it's a miracle sometimes. It's a miracle. But we like it like this. We like it nice and chill. Kind of can do whatever we want, Uh-oh, Mama said, yeah, some bad ones. All right. Well, we cutting out anyway right now. That's the last song for me. It's Saturday. I'm hungry. I got to eat something. I got to chill. Back to Call of Duty, and we've been playing Borderlands 4. Actually, I think we need to watch some Alice in Borderland on Netflix. Got so much to do. So much to do. No worries, Mama. Yeah, we're cutting out anyway. We did our set and our couple of acoustical jams, and it was a good night. It was a fun night. There you go, Bill. John says, complacency in a world that is corrupt is ludicrous. Never accept what those who are in control propose for you. I know, right? I get a lot of them too, man. People tell me all kinds of stuff. They can do this, they can do that. I don't know. Reference asks, how's Borderlands 4? It's amazing, dude. We put over 100 hours in so far, and we haven't even cleared the whole map. We did the campaign, and we did a bunch of other stuff, but we haven't done all the side missions yet. Got a lot. Donald James says, Alice in Borderland, my imagination is going wild. Oh man, dude. Yeah, it's an awesome show. It's kind of like I don't want to say it's the Japanese version of Squid Games because it's not, but it's kind of in that vibe. But it's more open world, like an open world Squid Games. It's pretty rad. I like it. We watched both seasons so far, and the third one just came out like a week or so ago. We just hadn't had time to sit down and watch it. Juju says, sound like you're both having a nice. Absolutely, absolutely. Kyle asked, PS5 or Xbox? Oh, we play on PC, brother. We do have PlayStations and Xboxes here, but we don't use them very much. PC is just so much more flexible. Reference said, cool, I was thinking of buying it. You clinched it. Oh, buddy, yeah. It's good, it's good. Yeah, it's fun, too. I mean, those first few levels, man, just try to over level because, man, it's tough at the beginning if you're not leveled up or gunned up. You know, you'll be getting smoked, dude. But once you get going, you get a little over leveled. You get some powerful guns and stuff, man. It makes it so much better, so much better. But yeah, great games. Huge open world. There's no more catch a ride. You just get your own little bike and you can fly everywhere. You can drive around everywhere. It's really sweet, man. Thanks, John. Appreciate that, man. I'm probably having a hot dog. I don't eat salad. I hate vegetables, by the way. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you, brother. All right, well, that's it, everyone. I am out of here. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night tonight or day, wherever you're at, and a great rest of the weekend. I'll be back tomorrow night, Sunday night. That's October 5th at 9 p.m., just like tonight. Kyle says, do you guys recommend a PC-type brand? We had Alienware for the longest time, and they were really good. And then this year, or last Christmas, I bought CyberPower PCs from Best Buy. And they're smoke, man. They're like insanely powerful ones. And they're only like $1,500. I got them on sale, or like $1,500 a piece. But yeah, CyberPower from Best Buy is good. Alienware is good. But yeah, always do your homework when you're getting gaming PCs, because you get the wrong stuff and you could be bottlenecked. So you always got to do a little research for sure. Jake, have a good one, buddy. John says hot dogs are overrated. I don't know, man. They're pretty good to me, man. That or Hot Pocket. I don't know which one. CJ, have a good one, brother. You're welcome, Juji. Thanks for being here as always. Appreciate you. Crow, have a good one. Lisa, take care. Donald James, too. Don't forget Donald James. Good. Have a good one, brother. We'll be hopefully tomorrow night we'll be singing to good news. Hopefully tomorrow night. Good news. We'll see. We'll see. You're welcome, Reference. Kyle said, I'll try it out. Alienware is that one to stick. Oh, yeah. Alienware you can't miss with Alienware. And the latest Alienwares are really nice, man, and upgradable, too. So yeah, check them out. They're a little expensive, but well worth it. Well worth it. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow night at 9. Everyone stay safe. Everyone take care of each other and be good to each other, because that's all we got. So we'll see you then. Y'all have a great one. Talk to you later.